Yes, sir. But alright, so what's today? Today's Sunday, August 17th. We're gonna go over 2 trades I took last week. It's gonna be some Google calls on Thursday, and then Apple puts on Friday. Let me get everything on the screen, and we'll just start like this. So, um, alright, yeah. So this Google trade is pretty simple, right? What do we have? What do we have? We had this fucking liquidity grab, which happened pretty fucking fast. You know what I'm saying? Literally just went to go grab some money, and then the next day, right? The next day at open, uh, yeah, right at open, I saw what do we have on the hourly time frame, right? We have our inverse, and then we have, what else do we have, right? We got our entry, we have our hourly CISD there. Like I said, we had this sweep of the lows. And what do we sweep into, right? A relevant zone. This huge fair value gap, right? So we swept some lows into the relevant zone. 4-hour fair value gap. So we swept our lows. And then I came down to the lower time frame. I literally took the trade on the hour. Like, I didn't go to any other. It just looked good. I didn't have to go to any other time frame but the hour, you know, because there were also cons for the next day, so I wasn't really too worried about it, like any crazy movement or anything. But this is the trade, right? Obviously, I targeted these highs. Well, I came down to the lower time frame, got these highs here, and then I wanted this high, but we didn't get it. But I was already basically scaled out of all my position at this candle right here, because the cons were juicing, but they were moving. And then obviously I set my candle close, or my stop loss is going to be a candle close below the candle that started the move, right? So this is the candle, in my opinion, that started the move. It would also be the candle, you know, if we did flip, we would also get a candle close below the EMAs, right? So we'd stop out under the EMAs. And yeah, that was a very beautiful trade in my opinion. And then the next day we actually continued higher. So, and then look at this bullshit again, bro. I don't know what Google got going on right now, bro, but it just keeps on just saying fuck you. Imagine being in longs, bro. Like, imagine being in longs right here, and then you just get this candle all the way down to 200. I'll be like, yo, chill. This shit would definitely stop my ass out. But yeah, this trade took Thursday, right? Like I said, all I seen was a 1 hour time frame, and that's what I took the trade on. Pretty solid trade. For tomorrow, you know what you do, mark your fibs, right? I like to do the most recent high and the most recent low. So as you can see, we're coming back into premium to potentially make a move higher. Go to the 4 hour time frame. We don't have any inside bars. Daily, I would still consider this inside bar, right? Why? Because we closed inside still. Yes, we did wick, but I would still consider this inside bar, right? So I'm gonna mark my inside and my alerts. Get rid of this one down here. Yeah, so we got Google set for tomorrow. Amazon, let's go over. Actually, we're gonna go over the Friday's trade real quick. So IWM, what do we have on IWM? We took. Oh, this is not our Friday trade. Our Friday trade is Apple. Alright, so what do we have on Apple, right? This is how I took the trade on Apple. What do we have, right? So this is Friday. This is Thursday. This is Thursday. So what do we have, right? We had our 4 hour inside bar. So we mark that. And come down to a lower time frame, right? It was a quick one. It was a quick one, but I'm gonna show you a couple reasons why I took this trade. And I did snipe the shit out of that because it was this candle right here. This shit is ridiculous, man. Okay, so basically what do we have, right? Obviously we had our candle closes below, right? I didn't take a trade here, thankfully, right? Because I was busy. So I got to the charts around like 1 p.m. So this is 10, 11, 12. Literally just in time for the move. I got to the charts. I was watching it right here, right? So what do we have? We're below our EMAs on the 5-minute. We have, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have our order block here. What else do we have? We have fair value gap, more confluence to the downside. What else do we have, right? We have a gap. We can go fill this gap. And what did we do, right? We filled the gap and more. So we have a lot of confluence to the downside, right? And our EMAs are telling us we are still in a downtrend. So this trade is pretty simple. What I did, all I did was I marked that. We had our retracement back into it. I put my stop loss at the order block. Why? Because that's what I felt like doing. You know what I'm saying? So, and then this is technically our bottom of the gap here. And this trade was really fucking fast, as you can see. But I did, because I seen it making new lows, right? So I was like, okay, well, we have our gap. We're probably gonna go fill the gap. I mean, we're already halfway there. We might as well go fill the whole thing, right? So I saw this. We came back up, got a retracement, right, and continued lower. Thankfully, you know, I was smart, right? Sometimes I get a little greedy, right? But as soon as I saw this candle start just dumping, I literally started trimming my cons. Like, I was out of the trade before it could even come back up here. And it was funny because I was like, maybe I should hold it, and then I was like, nah, bro. That shit hit like 200% in like a minute, bro. So I was like, I'm good. And then if you go to the lower time frame, right, I don't really go lower than the 3-minute. I trust the 3-minute. The 1-minute always fakes me out. Why? Because I always take my trades on the higher time frame. I don't scalp. You know, I try to go for the bigger picture. But right, so you wanted to take the trade. So boom, what do you have? For continuation down, you have your inverse, right? And then your market. This is exactly this is not exactly what I did, but it's what I did right here to get my entry, right? I'll show you. We'll get all this shit out the way. So remember, this line here is our breakout. So this is where we take our trades. Candle closes below here, right? So I went to the 3-minute. I wanted continuation down, so I'm gonna find, you know, fair value gap or something that we can inverse to continue down, right? So let's see. So as soon as we broke out again on this level, I went ahead and I think it was maybe on a 2-minute. It wasn't. But basically, you know, I saw this here, wanted to inverse that, and then what do we have after that, right? CISD. And we almost didn't respect our CISD when we came back up here. Let me see what the 5-minute looked like, right? Yeah, so I mean, there's a super tiny fair value gap there. Super tiny one. But we did respect it, right? We almost didn't, but guess what we did? I hate to break it to you, bro, we did. But yeah, that was our trade for Friday. Again, quick trade, super quick trade. Gap fill. And then let's see what else. Well, let's go over the watch list for this week. Alright, so we got MP. I've been waiting for this to break out for, I think last week it's kind of just been consolidating. Alright, so we have, just in July we were down here at 30 bucks, right? What is this telling you? I mean, if you just look at it, you know, with common sense, We have low. We have a low, new high. A low, new high. 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 And now we're just consolidating, right? So, in my opinion, we're probably gonna make a new high pretty soon, right? This I haven't really talked about too much, but it's basically it's materials like special metals, magnets for whatever, right? My boys telling me about it. They just signed a deal with Apple. Apple's gonna start using their materials. Basically, we get all of our special materials or whatever from China, whatever. But MP is actually an American company that is producing the same shit, right? But yeah, you could read about it a little bit right here. But um, yeah, rare earth products. Super fire fine by my boy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Uh, he's he's a smart guy, but he's funny. He's funny. But what we're gonna do, right? Get ready for the week. Mark our insides. I'm sure this is a whole weekly inside too, as you can see by this consolidation. It is kind of a weekly inside, kind of a daily inside, but definitely have a 4 hour inside, right? So we'll mark that. Um, and then mark your highs. If we break out to the highs, mark your lows. If we break out to the lows, right? And then we'll go over Apple. We closed above this fair value gap on the weekly, so we'll probably continue higher, right? So this fair value gap here. This is a weekly, by the way. Our fair value gap there. We did inverse that, right? So if you did something like that, it's a bunch of open space too. I mean, on the 4 hour, we still have bearish sediment, right? So we're still in a bearish fair value gap. I'm not gonna mark anything on Apple. We don't really have it inside. I mean, we kind of do, we kind of don't, right? It's just been going up, right? They signed a deal with I think it's the White House or something, so they're just printing money right now into Apple. I would just long Apple. I wouldn't really short Apple. The only reason I did was because I kind of was thinking about next week, right? So to go higher, grab money lower, right? And also, what was it? We had, yeah, this is our 4 hour breakout, but mark something like that. I mean, even this right here, we still tapped into that premium. But obviously, as you can see, we're making new lows, right? So, Palantir, let's look at Palantir real quick. We had a drop. Mark our 4 hour inside for sure. Got that. SoFi, whatever you call it. Shit, I don't really trade it. I just watch it. It's a good stock. I'm not gonna lie. I never traded it, but I watch it. Why? Because I saw SoFi at like $8, bro, and it's just FOMO. I mean, I just like to watch it just go up now at this point. See, like, you got my levels marked here, $13, $14, and then I just kind of gave up on charting. I was like, fuck. But super good stock to trade. AMD, let's see what we got for AMD. We do have 4 hour inside. Right. Let's go ahead and mark that. Got that marked out. Alright. and we do have a gap, right? So we could come down, fill the gap, and then push back up, or you know, mark your fibs, low, high, go down here to this low. I mean, we still have room to go lower, right? Maybe this looks like a pretty big relevant zone down here. This is down here, you know, so we could probably come maybe tap back in here at some point, and then yeah, we'll mark this out. Be ready for tomorrow. Nvidia, man, fuck Nvidia, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Every time I trade Nvidia, I just like, why am I even trading this shit, bro? I feel like the cons don't really move with Nvidia. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Amazon, we do have a 4-hour inside, so we'll mark it. Amazon's been going crazy. I called it out. I made a trade recap on it. Literally down here when we fucking fell off the earth. And we caught some calls, but obviously we did not catch the whole move. But we had 217 calls way down here. Obviously, if we had held them for the week, you know, would have been more than paid. But it's okay. There's actually a couple people that did make good money off it. Shout out my boy Jetty, I think. See, is Jetty in here? Nah. And then last but not least, IWM, right? Let's go over IWM real quick. I'm gonna mark this as our daily inside. I like it. So we'll go ahead and mark our daily inside bar. If y'all got any questions too, just feel free to ask. It's also our 4-hour inside bar too, so. Alright. I kind of use a split strategy. The breakout mixed with ICT when trading IWM. I kind of do with all of it, right? So like I was telling you on Google, right? Like I use ICT for Google and it works. It all works, you know. Sweeping lows, sweeping highs, going lower, moving lower. You know, it all works on everything. But for IWM, let's just mark our consolidation that we've been consolidating. So right now, we are in our premium to go higher, right? Or we tapped into our premium to go lower on Friday, right? I don't think that we will see too much lower. Why? Because we were consolidating at this level for almost 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we'll probably end up going lower. We'll probably end up going a little bit higher, sweeping highs at 232, 233, maybe up to 235. And there's just so much open space here. But yeah, this is consolidation. You don't want to trade any of this. This is what you want to trade right here, right? You don't want to trade that, bro. You want to trade that right there. You don't really want to trade any of this shit, bro, but you do want to trade that right there, you know what I'm saying? But then you fall off and you don't want to trade that, right? This is beautiful right here. This makes me fucking, never mind. Let me not say too much here. What do we have? This is our hourly time frame, right? So what do we have? We got our 1 hour of inverse, right? Put our CSD there. And for highs, we got high here, edging us, bro. IWM does that, bro. IWM will edge you, bro. Like it'll edge you so bad to where you literally just want to fucking yell. Like look at that shit, bro. Like yeah, it did it, but the next day, right? So if you had 0 DTs and you're sitting there like, oh, I'm gonna wait for it to hit. Obviously, I mean the next day it did, but yeah. Beautiful, bro. That shit, this is beautiful right here, bro. I don't know if anything could get more beautiful than that. Like dead ass. That shit make me horny. Wait, my bad.
Nah, for real.
That shit make me horny, bro. Oh gosh. But yeah, I mean that's basically all um, for trade recap on Thursday, Friday, and yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Yes, sir.